Hello Scorpio, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be the monthly reading for the month of November, and this is gonna be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and the cross watcher. Please do remember, if you're cross watching Scorpio, and this message can directly resonate to you, so take it as it resonates. And I'm just gonna read for Scorpio because this is Scorpio reading, but please take it as it resonates and leave it what doesn't. And thank you so much for watching my videos, liking, sharing, subscribing. It really helps. And if you find it helpful, or if you like what I do, please do subscribe if you have not yet. This way you can help the channel to grow. Okay, thank you. Without any further delay, let's get into this. So Scorpio, like every time I do a reading, I can try to get into the energy of the sign. So when I was kind of meditating on energy, I felt like I've been feeling that for quite a while for you guys, that there is a change that's gonna take place. There's change already taking place. There's a transformation that's happening. So I don't know, I keep getting this same energy, and I'm just gonna be honest, and I'm just gonna go ahead with whatever I'm getting. Okay, so let's see what's happening with this transformation. I know that you have been going through some kind of changes and coming out of some sorts of turmoil energy and kind of disturbed energy. So let's see how this month of November gonna unfold to you. Scorpio for month of November. Okay, so I don't know, I'm kind of ritualistic about this. I really need that card to jump out, because I don't know, I feel like in that way I have less control over card, and that I feel that way those cards are meant to be. So just bear with me. Okay, finally 2 came out. Oh wow, 9 of Cups with 8 of Swords and 5 of Cups reverse. Great. Yeah, so these 3, you can see that like you are claiming your freedom. You are claiming, claim is the key word here. Claim is very strong, which is very active. It's not that something given to you. You are claiming what you deserve. You are claiming this kind of emotional fulfillment. You are claiming your freedom, like maybe because you're coming out of this energy. I'm gonna shuffle, but let's get into this first. You are coming out of this kind of energy, 8 of Swords with 5 of Cups reverse. 5 of Cups reverse, like you are done with mourning. You are done with like grudging over spilled milk. You done with who did not see your worth. You are done with still holding on to some people or some situation and hoping and praying that they will see what the truth underneath it. But you are done with that, because that cost you extreme amount of mental back and forth. We are water sign. I'm saying we because I have a strong placement in Scorpio as well. And anyway, I'm reading your energy, so I am one of you. So like this, we are not up in the head. We feel, we go with our guts, but because of some past situation that you have been dealing with for quite a while, I think you are already coming out of it. In November, gonna be more full-fledgedly, it's gonna present it to you. it's gonna be presented to you. So you know, like, you are coming out of this done with this kind of Five of Cups kind of energy, because that hold you back, that really held you back for quite a long time, because you were up in the air. I'm sorry. Yeah, air could be, you are up in your mind. You feel like you try to judge this situation in every possible angle, to how to get in a good grace in that person or that situation or that group of person, whatever resonates with you. Please place yourself in this reading, and then all this, who that situation is, what that kind of situation is, who that person is, going to be more clear once you place yourself in the reading. Okay, so, and then you are like, enough is enough. I'm getting these things for a lot of people in November. I feel like people are coming out of this thing and they're saying, you know what, enough is enough, enough is done. We are back, we are like almost end of 2019, and I feel like that 2019 gonna be a little better than 2018. But I spent so much time already of this year, still dealing with this kind of energy, still dealing with like feeling like stuck, even though I'm not stuck, but feeling like stuck. That's what matters, like, if you feel something, like, let's say you are not lethargic, let's say you have energy physically, but if you feel that you don't have energy, that's what matters. No matter how much energy you have, but if you don't feel like you have any, so what's the point of having that in physical realm? It doesn't. But you feel like, even though Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords is not really actually captive, but if you feel like that, you feel like stuck, you felt like you have to clarify every action of yours just to get on the good grace of this person, of this situation, of the group of people. You are done with that. You are claiming your independence. You are claiming, and look at this, how like, there is a little attitude there, and I think you deserve this attitude. You need to be very upfront and very kind of blunt. If people get shocked about that, oh, Scorpio, why are you being so rude? I mean, you are not being rude. Dude, understand, I'm not being rude, okay? I'm just coming out of things that need to be cleared off long time ago, and I am claiming what I deserve. I'm claiming what I truly want and what I truly deserve. And if you have any problem with that, okay, that's your problem. You are coming out of little that, and I think that's beautiful. Let's see what else we have. See, again, Five of Pentacles in reverse next to 5-5, like, there is a major change is happening. 5 is all about change. 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, both, this kind of energy of lack, this kind of energy of mourning, this kind of energy of somebody did not see your value, your truth, and you are kind of hoping and praying for them to see that. No, just be you, Scorpio, and you know very well how to be you. Just be you. If somebody gets you, somebody gets you. There is no formula of making people fall in love or like you. Either they like you or they don't. Either they vibe with your energy or they don't. So if somebody doesn't, or group of people doesn't, so why force them to? Why waste energy to, making them understand something? Let them grow on their own, and when they come to their own, growth and senses, they will understand. Or maybe they don't. Who cares? People stay in your life who's supposed to be in your life. That's what I think. So this kind of 5 of Pentacles next to 5 of Cups is kind of reverting the same energy, that you are done with it. You are not dealing with this. You are not staying in that energy anymore. You are done. Your first card is 9 of Cups. That's your focus. Self-fulfillment. Claiming yourself, claiming your freedom, claiming your emotional gratification. That's what you are claiming. And you are standing tall, Scorpio. You are standing tall. Beautiful. Let's see. Scorpio for month of November. Scorpio for month of November. Scorpio for month of November. So these two cards came in. Three of Pentacles with Three of Cups. You see there is a pattern going on. Like 5 with 5, 3 with 3. 3 is also about being creative, bringing your childlike inner child out finally. 3 of Pentacles, and I feel like 3 of Pentacles in reverse, because I feel like you really thought whatever the situation was that made you feel like, that put you in this 8 of Swords and 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles kind of energy. You really wanted to work it out. You really wanted to give a shot, and I feel like you did. And to be honest, I also feel like it's not one-sided. Maybe there was some kind of blockage at your end as well, and you are really working all this time. You're really working on this. You thought, okay, maybe it's not that I'm not blaming that person, I'm not saying that it's all their fault or my fault. I'm taking my share of responsibility and I want to work. But what happened when you were working on this, it did not pan out. And you realize that all this effort that you are putting in to change yourself in a way that you thought that might be helpful for this relationship or for this situation, you just realized, I think it happened in October already, you just realized, or starting in November, that it's not really gonna work out. This like all of a sudden aha moment kind of came into you, and it just told, like, it's good that you are cleaning all this blockage because it's good for you, but whether you clean that thing that needs to work on or not, you just realize that it's not gonna work out no matter what with this situation. So you are kind of done with it, but you are still doing your inner work. You still doing your inner work because you realize that that's gonna help you in a long run. You can always keep your house clean whether there are guests coming or not. You don't have to have an excuse or reason to clean your house. That's what you're doing. You are just cleaning your internal house, that internal mind, where you think that needs to be transformation needs to take place. But you are not looking for any kind of collaboration. You are not looking forward to make these things work anymore. And that gives you a certain sense of joy that makes you feel like that you are free again. That, this like a same kind of energy I'm getting, 3 of Cups with 9 of Cups. It's like you feel like finally, because you are not holding on to that and kind of being stubborn to make it work, and then finally feel like, okay, I am doing my work, what needs to done, and you will feel like finally you can again, getting your mojo back. You are again can socialize normally. Maybe you have been a little not hermit but little kind of withdrawn lately, and you are feeling like now you can just go out, and have some quality conversation with others and not holding back. Those kind of certain sense of lightness, certain sense of joy, certain sense of happiness kind of following this. Once you realize that no matter what I do, it's not really gonna work. Fundamentally, we are kind of different. The situation or the group of people or the specific person you are dealing with, fundamental values, fundamental way of looking at life is kind of not really matching. So you are just honing your own energy and try to enhance that at in your optimum capacity, and that kind of giving you a certain sense of lightness. That's all of a sudden this responsibility that you need to make it work, and you need to do all this work to make this work. When you let that idea go that this not gonna actually work, you are feeling more light. you're feeling that it's actually kind of, there is kind of jovial kind of energies coming out. Let's see what else we have for Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio, this is gonna be great. November is your birthday month, and birthday is not like just happy birthday thing. It's like a birthday is like a shredding old skin and getting a new one. Every year is like that. So it's nice to start with some kind of, without baggage, without burden, and feel a little jovial, feel a little like your inner child can smile, that kind of confidence, that kind of, yeah, that's really good. Queen of Swords, you finally, this is the truth. This Queen of Swords, when you look when you cut all this other kind of distraction, you saw the truth. See, Queen of Swords, how she's directly looking at this Three of Pentacles in reverse. You saw the truth that no matter what I do, fundamentally that situation, that person, and the group of people are not aligning with my fundamental core energy. So it's not gonna work. That's what Queen of Swords, like that's what this energy brought to you or will bring to you. It's very perfectly aligned. Look how they're like looking. There's like a direct approach to that, and that's why you come to a realization. This realization is really great realization. This gonna liberate you. Like not like liberate in a fancy way. You know what I mean by that? Like when you feel like you're not carrying extra weight on your shoulder, because that can be very exhausting. Emotional burden is very exhausting, and especially when you have to prove something to make something happen. I mean, you don't have to prove anything. I really believe in flow. I really believe in organic flow. I just believe in, I really feel that we can figure out what's going on in our internal world, and if there is something, changes need to happen, we will make it happen. But when it comes to vibing with others and all that, it happens organically, automatically. If something has to have to happen, it will happen. Just vibe in your own element, and you will attract people or situation that vibes with that energy, not anything else. Let's see what else we have for Scorpio. What else we have for Scorpio? Oh, bunch of cards came out. Should I take it? It's like a lot. Okay, I'm gonna take it. I feel like. Ooh, my goodness. The Star. Seven of Cups in reverse. Makes sense. Queen of Cups in reverse. Seven of Wands. The Empress in reverse. Ace of Swords. Oh my god, lot going on. Let's put it here. I hope you can still see. And let's put everything here. I hope you can see, Scorpio. The cards. A lot of cards. I'm not gonna shuffle. I think this is a lot to deal with right now. So I feel like I'm gonna take two at a time. I feel like Seven of Cups in reverse and Star. You are cutting, all the confusions, all what ifs. You are cutting out all the what ifs. Like, what if that? What if I have do this? This may work. What if I do this? That may work. Like those kind of things. You are cutting all these things out. You are focusing on something, your inner healing. You are focusing on your inner balance. And the moment you are focusing, shift your focus from external to internal, it feels like Universe is finally opening its arm and letting you in. What I mean by that, it is like a just an image that came to me, but the essence of that image is like you are healing inside. You are putting your all energy to heal. Like it's like it feels like finally everything kind of makes sense. Finally you feel like all these things that I have dealt with, it's not for nothing. It giving me so much of inner healing. Finally you are like, you feel that you are healing, like when you see the changes, when you see the changes of energy, it's gonna be like that. November gonna be extremely good month for you, Scorpio. And it's like star is also Aquarius card. For me it's also like water based card. And it's like you are like getting into this larger than life kind of thought, not in a pompous way, but you are feeling that all this trial and tribulation of daily life, all these things that you thought that kind of holding you back, all these things, like, oh, that this that it's kind of this kind of this small things that kind of, it has this octopus kind of hold on us, entrapment, those, you are kind of releasing all this and you feel light. You feel like all of a sudden you have upgraded your spiritual being. All of a sudden you are lining up with your inner self and with your external world, and it feels like that universe is talking to you. It feels like something is given to you. But let me tell you, the Scorpio, you earned it. Universe did not give it to you. You earned it. You take it from universe. You are calling universe in. That's why you feel this kind of star kind of energy. Then like Queen of Cups with Seven of Wands. I feel like you really love that book. I mean, it doesn't have to be always love, romantic love related. Our emotion is not just concentrated on one thing. Whatever that situation was, this situation, you held a real strong emotion for it. And I have a sense that whatever went down, you are also not in your full form. You had all this emotion, but you did not. Oh, hold on, my bad, I need to change the battery. Yeah, so I was saying that, like whatever went down, you had your fair share as well. I'm not gonna be all like sugarcoating here, but if anything doesn't work, both party is responsible. If you are really mature and really acknowledge your uh, situation and position within that scenario, and you kind of realizing that it's not that all about them or us. You are not competing, you are not trying to put anybody down and trying to put yourself on upper grade. Oh, I am better, they're worse. Not like that. You are realizing that you had a lot of true emotion for that, but somehow they did not. It's like a kind of chaotic emotionally. It felt like work. It felt like everything, every time, whether you have to communicate with in this situation, you feel like you have to prove yourself. You have to, it felt like a lot of work to really put across your true intention to that person or to that group of people or the situation. So you kind of realizing that where you went, what's your part in this. You realize that you are emotionally, you were maybe at the time emotionally mess, like emotionally a lot of things that kind of overwhelmed you, and it did not land well. It felt like struggle, but that after the struggle it did not land well. The communication part, the emotion expression part did not land well, and it felt like a little bit of control and power struggle that went on, and that's why it felt like this kind of struggle, this kind of feisty kind of energy. It felt like kind of cumbersome kind of energy. And you're realizing that this is Scorpio is a, you guys, people say Libra is fair and equal. I think like Scorpio, because you are also very deep inside. So you also try to be very fair, try to be, you try to give everything and you expect everything back. There is nothing wrong. If I give 100, I expect 100. What's wrong in that? But I feel like now you're realizing that in that situation, you are not vibing with your highest energy. You are not vibing with that, and you're realizing that, and that's why all this feisty energy kind of came out. And for quite a long time, with Empress reverse and Ace of Swords, like, you are looking for that reality, you are looking for that ultimate truth. You wanted to cut all this external hiccups pickus, and so that you can go to the straight to the truth, which is you found out in November that no matter what, it's not going to work. That's the truth. You have to do your internal work, that's the truth too, but that's a realization that you already had and you were working on it. The truth of this matter is that no matter what I do, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, because our values, our fundamental values are very different. You wanted to get to that, because deep down you are very intuitive sign, so you knew that, but somehow you are not ready to receive that. You are like constantly this kind of feisty moment, like feisty fight back. No, I'm not gonna give up. I put so much of energy. Maybe you had this relationship or this situation for quite a long time, maybe for a few years, so you felt like after all this effort I put in, after all this, I'm not gonna just go away, I'm not just gonna accept the truth, and just, you are fighting against the truth. You are not being Empress. Like, Empress means, like, Empress energy is a very nurturing and kind of, it's like a receiving kind of energy. And what do you mean by receiving? When you receive, you see the both side of the spectrum, and you see the truth, and you receive, and you accept things with grace and with understanding and kindness that you are not doing at the time, even though you kind of knew the truth of it, but it kind of held you back, because you are thinking like, I have so much emotion for that person, I have fought so much for all these months and years, I'm not gonna take this truth as a truth. Let me try again, let me try one more time, let me do it again. And that kind of put you in this kind of stuck situation, because you have been fighting for it. But now you are after realizing that it's not gonna work, and you are kind of going with the flow. Finally, the Ace of Swords truth is kind of standing out. Finally, you are kind of, like, okay, I accept it. I needed to do some inner work, which I am doing, but I accept what the truth core of the matter is. I think that's all it is, Scorpio. Alright, I'm gonna stop it there, and hope you get something out of it. And yes, and if you do like what I do, please do subscribe if you have not, or like, share, however you can contribute. That way it's helpful. That's all. Alright, bye bye, take care, bye bye.